recently I was able to find out my biological age by doing a bunch of lab tests, and the results were pretty shocking to me. So I think it's really interesting that you can find out if you are actually older or younger based on your health habits. I'm going to show you exactly how I did it and why I loved it. Welcome back to my channel. My name is JoAnna Pallante, and I am a mom, and I have a passion for wellness and holistic living. So what I did recently was a series of tests through a company called Superpower. And full disclosure, they approached me for a partnership. I am not getting paid to promote this, but I did get free lab testing as part of this journey. So what I'm going to share at the end of this video is a link so you can sign up for the lab testing if you're interested. But here was my experience and why I think it is way better than your annual physical exam. And it's just such a great investment in yourself and your health and being the best version of you. So I went into this lab fasted. I did it about 3 weeks ago, and they took probably about 5 or 6 vials of blood. I mean, it was no joke. They basically do this completely comprehensive lab panel. So on your regular physical, which I'm a fan of, I do it every year, you get, your vitamin D and really basic levels. This panel is going super in depth, and it's going to look at things like your thyroid, your hormones, just the full wellness panel. So I thought, okay, this is great. Once I did the testing, they sent me back my results. I was pretty pleased with them. I found out that I am actually 7 years younger based on my health panel. So I must be doing something right. But there was definitely room for improvement. And I want to take you through some of the findings and just share with you my personal experience, what levels were out of whack for me, how I'm going to correct them, and why I really, really love Superpower. Because what they also give you in addition to lab testing is a customized health plan. So about a week after I found out my biological age and I got this health score, which you can share with your friends. I'm all about health and wellness, as you know. So I think it's great to have a little friendly competition with your friends and say, hey, like my health score was an 83, what's yours? And then it motivates you to do better on your next round of testing, which I am absolutely going to go for in another 2 to 3 months. So with my customized plan, they really went in depth on some of my numbers, and I'm going to share that with you. So I was a little shocked to find that my cholesterol levels, some of them were out of whack. Overall, pretty good. I eat pretty clean, but full disclosure, the week of the testing, I had like a dinner on Tuesday night that was a little off my diet. It was an Italian restaurant. I was out with friends. The food kept coming. Those nights where you don't even want dessert, but then it shows up in front of your face and you go for it. And that's fine. But I had a dinner like that 2 days before the test. And then the night before the test, I was at another social event. The food was catered. So, in those situations, when somebody puts food in front of you and you can't really make the right choices about what you're eating, it, I think, maybe affected my cholesterol level that week in a negative way. But truthfully, this is a buildup over time, and I could be doing better with my diet. So this exam really motivates me to eat a bit cleaner before my next round of testing. So they break it down and they go level by level, and they give you food and supplement recommendations. So another thing that they did was recommend that I take this supplement called Thyrogen. So this is supposed to balance out female hormones. So it was like $50. They get a discount. So I ordered it directly through the Superpower platform. You can find this on Amazon. I'm just starting it. You basically do 2 pumps a day. It's got things like ashwagandha, acai berry, just, I guess, like an overall wellness boost, licorice root. So I was totally down to try this. And I liked that they only recommended one supplement, because I feel like if they gave me this whole list, then I would just feel kind of like it was a little bit more salesy and they were making money off of me buying supplements. But the fact that they only recommended one, I was willing to go with this. I researched it. So I've integrated this into my wellness routine. So Thyrogen, I'll let you know how this works, but I think it will be helpful in balancing out my hormones. So that takes me to some other levels. So my thyroid was a little out of the optimal range. And, I had a little bit lower vitamin D than you would want. I had lower zinc than you would want. And as somebody who is a fitness enthusiast, I think that if you try really hard in the gym and you eat really healthy, but your thyroid and your metabolism are out of whack based on these numbers that I can see here, all the effort that you're putting in might not be optimizing your results, right? So my goal for the next 60 days is to follow a strict supplementation routine. I've always taken supplements, but now I'm adding in some more. And I'm going to really try to hone in on these specific levels that are out of whack, so that hopefully when I go back for my next round of testing, I can share with you a score where I'm even younger and even healthier based on their findings. But forget the scores and the numbers. It's really just about being the best version of you. And some of these levels that I don't have in the right ranges, I think are affecting my energy. As a result of that, I'm drinking more coffee. I'm struggling to power throughout the day. So again, I just really feel that this test with these specific numbers that they hone in on, it's just so valuable. And the cost for a Superpower lab report like this is $4.99. I think that it's a great investment in yourself. I did this similar lab testing on my own back in January, and I paid about $240, and I didn't even get half of the results or a customized health plan. I mean, this health plan is really in depth. I'll share some screenshots so you can see, even within my diet, they're making recommendations like I need to eat more fish, I need to eat more whole foods. And this is something that I know. So in the back of my mind now, when I go to grab for that cookie, I'm rethinking things because I really, really want to focus on getting this score of an 83 up. I think I can improve it by at least a couple of points. I'm curious how other people in this program are doing. I went on Superpower. I saw some other people posting their results, and honestly, people that are younger than me and seemingly in better shape than me had lower scores than me. So again, I must be doing something right, but there's room for improvement. I highly recommend looking into Superpower. There is a wait list to get into this type of testing. So if you use my link, which I'm putting in the description box, you can jump ahead. And again, it's available in any city. You go to like a local LabCorp. They take all of the guesswork out of it. The lab is pre-ordered for you. You get your results pretty quickly. I think it was 3 to 4 days for my results, and then a week later for my customized health program. They also offer allergy testing and all other kinds of environmental toxins and things like that. I think next up will be my food allergy panel. So I am personally a big believer in this, and I hope that you get to try it out and share your results with me.